two couples, who didn't know each other, held their weddings at the same hotel. Coincidentally, the bride's wedding dresses were also identical. When the groom's procession arrived at the hotel, the two brides, in their panic, sat in the wrong places, leading them to board the wrong groom's cars. It wasn't until the handsome groom carried his bride out of the car that he noticed something was off. The bride his parents had arranged for him through a matchmaking session was supposed to be quite robust, but the one on his back felt unusually light, however. Not wanting to delay the auspicious timing, he didn't overthink it and carried the bride home. Meanwhile, the neighbor's intellectually challenged son had also arrived to fetch his bride. Just as his friends were clamoring to crash the wedding chamber, they realized the bride had been swapped. At the same time, the other groom also discovered the mix-up. The heavier bride, wanting to avoid being exposed, pressured the intellectually challenged son to send his mother and relatives away. The son had no choice but to make an excuse about needing to consummate the marriage, forcing the relatives to leave quickly. On the other side, the other groom had the same idea. He pretended to be intimate with his bride in the chamber, creating sounds that made the relatives too embarrassed to stay. However, the heavier bride's father lingered at the door, making it impossible for them to swap back. They had no choice but to communicate from their respective rooms. Unbeknownst to them, their feelings for each other began to grow. 3 hours later, the heavier bride's father returned to the room, waiting for the newlyweds to serve tea. But instead of seeing them, he only heard intimate sounds from the room. Frustrated, both fathers left in anger. When the night grew quiet, the two grooms opened their doors, and the brides quietly swapped back. By then, however, the emotions of all four individuals had already become intertwined.